Welcome to the Work Wives and Real Lives podcast. I'm Katie.
And I'm Ava. We're two best friends and coworkers spilling the tea on business, boundaries, and all the beautiful chaos in between.
From workday wins to real life messes, we're talking through it all.
Unfiltered, unpolished, and always putting friendship first.
Think of it as your weekly catch up with your favorite coworker turned soul sister.
So grab your coffee
or your wine
and let's get into it.
Stunning. What is up, Work Wife fam? It's Katie and Ava.
What up?
We have a special edition. We weren't sure if we were going to make it the next 2 weeks because I'm on a cruise ship. As you can tell, I don't have my normal background. As you are,
the lighting is actually perfect right now for you. It's actually better than at home.
When I was waiting for you to come on, I went through every possible setting on my computer, and I found one setting under the camera settings under advanced, and it just says turn on basic camera mode. And it's going to limit other features of the camera. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to click this button and see what happens. So send prayers that this was the magic fix for my lighting, but the lighting in here is very moody and great. And I've just decided we need better lighting in the room that I film at home. So we're going to fix that when I come back.
Love it.
But we're here. I'm in Croatia. And
wow.
Yeah, it is 5:30 p.m. So I'm having a glass of wine.
It is 11:36 a.m. Eastern time. So I was just at Starbucks having coffee. I did not. Also, did you hear about Starbucks and this little bear cup thing?
Yeah. I heard with you.
No idea.
Well, I heard that people were really pissed because they apparently some locations only got like one or two of them, and the employees were buying them before they opened the doors. Like people were waiting outside for like an hour to try to get these cups.
Yeah,
and they saw the employee like buy that only two the store had minutes before.
I for sure would be that employee. Absolutely,
yeah, obviously.
I'm like, I don't work here for nothing. I'm not. This is for me.
Right?
I'm taking it.
Two of these in the store. Like, obviously, I have to have it. And I'm going to resell it on, the internet for hundreds of dollars.
Hey, that's marketing, baby. That's how we hustle around here.
I know. I mean, I guess if it's like a one-off person, fine. But it's like what I'm not a fan of is like the bots and stuff for like concert tickets these days. That's a whole other.
Oh, yes.
It's impossible to go to a concert.
Impossible. But
back to Starbucks.
Robots.
Do they doodle in your cup? Did they doodle? I heard they're supposed to doodle. Yeah.
This person tried to write enjoy, but it took me a second to realize what it says. I'm like, this is not English. But the E looks like an E. The N, it looks like a U. The J looks like a J. I was like, is this Arabic? Like, what is going on here? Like, I don't know if you can see.
Well, that's like not. That's like
it's not English. But looking at it like really quick and right now, it says enjoy. And, I'm enjoying my peppermint mocha with extra shots of espresso, almond milk, no whip. We don't want that.
Oh yes, the dairy.
But, yep.
She doesn't need
We've
that.
already. Yeah. We don't need that on this podcast.
Well, today we are going to be talking about ChatGPT, my bestie, other than
good old chat.
Ava, Kelsey, Jamie, Amy, all the people that I love. How we use it every day to create efficiency, to help write spicy emails, to plan a cruise. We're going to dive into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we dive into it, oh my gosh, it's snowing. Okay, so as you all know, if you don't know, I live in Eastern Tennessee, and just overnight, things quickly took a turn as far as the weather, and it is currently 33 degrees out, and it's snowing. This is the first freeze. I was not prepared. I quickly overnighted something to protect my plants on my patio because the last 2 years, I've never been prepared for the first freeze because it comes in real hot and they die. So, I think they're, s you know, taking a quick death and toll right now because Amazon said they would be here before 12, but
That lion bed.
we'll try again next year.
There's
Anywho,
always
it's
next year.
snowing. We're I'm freezing. I was not made for this weather. I Yeah, I took a photo of what I looked like earlier, and then Katie FaceTimed me, and she's like, "What are you
Yep, she
wearing? What is
literally
on your
looked
face?"
like she was going to see the penguins in Antarctica. Like, that was her vibe.
Yes, my bones were not made for this. So, but it is beautiful when it snows. It's just so magical. But
It's magical if you don't have to leave the house
yes, if you don't have to function, it's magical.
outside.
If you can
Yeah.
just sit and watch, which I'm gonna do the rest of the day.
Yeah, as you
Sounds
should.
lovely. Yes.
You can make,
But
like, you can, like, watch movies, start
it's
decorating for the
Monday.
holidays.
I wish, but I've procrastinated all day of doing, like, actual work, and Monday's usually, like, my busiest day of the week,
Mm,
so I'll be working the whole rest of the day.
cute.
But I'll probably be doing it from the couch so I can look out the window and watch the snowfall.
It's nice.
Cute. Anywho, enough about me because I'm so boring. Let's hear about all the adventures, my friend.
The adventures.
Talk to
Well,
me.
speaking of weather, we traveled from Ravenna, Italy to Dubrovnik today. We are on the Norwegian Viva cruise ship, gorgeous cruise ship.
Ooh,
It's
Viva.
2 years old, and it's just, like, been so nice. But, of course, I got a blowout at the spa yesterday,
A hair
and
blowout.
yes, that's why my hair looks so fresh, obviously.
I mean, a
No.
blowout can be multiple things.
Oh, yes, 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 I see where you're going with this. No, it was just a normal wash and blow dry situation, and I made the mistake of letting the man curl my hair, and we've talked about Dry Bar and my experience there. It's very hit and miss. I usually
Yes.
walk out with pageant curls, and I sent of course, they don't, like, curl your hair where you can see a mirror. So he turns me.
Oh, no. The big
Garrett thought
reveal.
I got my hair cut because it was so short, because the curls were they were, like, up to my shoulders, full John Benet Ramsey status, and I just am like, "Whatever, I just wanna get out of here." So I don't say anything, go back to the room, recurl my hair. I'm like, "This is why I just need to go get it blow dried straight, curl it myself, because no one understand." I literally said the same waves I have right now, like, I walked in with my hair curled the way I wanted it to, it was just greasy. So I said, "A light, beachy wave with straight ends." No,
Yeah,
the man did
they have
not
other plans.
get it. Anyway, so of course I get a blowout. What do I wake up to this morning? The storms of the Adriatic Sea. It
Oh.
was So we weren't getting into port till around 10 AM, and I woke up at 5:30, and the boat, she was a rockin'. And I
Yeah.
couldn't fall back asleep, so at, like, 7, I finally got out of bed and went to the gym, which was an interesting choice because I couldn't walk down the hallway without, like, stumbling because this is how, like, rocky the boat was. I went to go do a reverse lunge and fell. I was fine. I just was like, I was close to the bottom of the lunge, and I was like, "Oh," I teeter-tottered over, but mostly caught myself.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, there was a lot I just kinda did on the ground because standing was problematic. So, of
right.
course, fresh hair, have a walking tour around the beautiful, gorgeous city of Dubrovnik in the rain. But,
Hmm,
you know, I had an umbrella, and that covered most of it, but my hair was definitely, like, mostly straight by the time I got back on the ship. But,
okay.
yeah.
Love it. So talk to us about where you flew into, the stops you've done, and what's ahead.
So we flew into Venice, Italy. We had a connecting flight through Paris.
Let's talk about
Get to
that
Venice.
connecting flight.
What?
Let's
Yeah,
talk
let's
about that connecting flight.
Oh, we normally don't check bags. We're very efficient, carry on only because we're normally going to multiple stops and on trains and planes and automobiles, and you don't want to lug a massive bag around. Well, we were going to be 11 of the 12 nights on a cruise ship in the same
Yeah.
room, don't have to move bags. So I was like, we don't have to pack light. Mistake we made was that it was a connecting flight, which
Mm,
there was no direct flight. Like you have to connect where we were going. So I am smart and I put an air tag in my bag so I can track Big Bertha through her whole route.
so belly conklin of you. Love it.
Across the Atlantic, she went. Garrett's also went across the Atlantic, but he did not put an air tag in his bag. So we wait for all of the bags to come, and then the bags stop coming. And I see about
That's
10,
the worst feeling.
right? I see about 10 other people also looking around for their bags, and I
Aw, yeah.
see the luggage counter. And Garrett's like, I'm gonna walk around the airport and try to see if my bag ended up in one of these other things. And I was like, give me your ticket, because his ticket had the little bag tags attached to them. I said, I'm
Yeah.
going straight to this luggage counter because all of these people, they are all missing their bags too. So I beeline it first in line at the luggage counter. Thank God, because love Italy, but like these people move so slow. It took like 20 plus minutes at the counter just to deal with us and like getting our information and
Oh,
filing the claim.
yikes.
So she tracks our bag and it's on its way to Amsterdam. And we were not on our way to Amsterdam. So we file a claim. The next morning, it allegedly lands in the airport in Venice. They had found it, whatever. We were we stayed in a town called Trieste, Italy, which is about an hour and a half outside of Venice, which is where the boat was leaving from. Cute little town. They said they were gonna try to get it before the boat arrived or left. It didn't. We get on the boat the next day. Oh, we go to H&M. We found an H&M because he needed. First of all,
He need clothes.
Air France reimburses you for everything, all the essential items you have to buy, like clothes, toiletries, whatever, to get you through until your bag shows up.
So kind.
So this man is so frugal. He buys like a pack of underwear and a pack of socks and one outfit at H&M. One. I'm like, first of all, this stuff isn't even expensive. So like
Yeah.
buy more, even if you're afraid they're not gonna reimburse you. Now, every day, we're trying to, like, go find more outfits for him because it doesn't show up until yesterday, so he went, like, 3 full days without his luggage, and anyway, when we got on the ship, they were great, they kind of took over all the coordination. The next day,
Mhm.
we were in Zadar, Croatia, um, which was a really cute little town, not, like, a ton to do, though, and then the following day, we were in Ravenna, Italy, which is on an hour and a half on the other side of Venice, so they were basically waiting for us to go there to just drive our bag down there. Um, yeah, Ravenna was really cute. What I did for this trip, which is part of what we're gonna talk about today, is, I had ChatGPT tell me the top 2 to 3 things to see in all the cities we were going to that were walkable because we're not like big tour people. We kind of just like to meander our way through towns, find cute little cafes,
Be one with the people.
be one with the people. Try not to look like we're tourists as my husband shows up in his LA Dodgers gear. So
Representing,
representing. The only tour we did have was today in Dubrovnik. My parents were in Dubrovnik a couple of weeks ago, and they had this
Mhm.
fantastic tour guide. So we hired her, and she walked us around, and she was fantastic. Dubrovnik, though, Zadar and Ravenna were cute. They're very small little towns. Most of the people that go to Ravenna take a tour into Venice, but we didn't want to sit in a car for an hour and a half. And
Right.
anyway, and then Zadar, I don't really know what people do. I think I did look at some things on, like, Viator, and it's a lot of, like, boat tours to these, like, kind of inlet lakes with waterfalls, which looked beautiful, but it's cold, so I wasn't gonna do that. So we just kinda went into the town, walked around, had lunch, saw some churches. Well, I had a full-on panic attack, so we were climbing this clock tower at this cathedral or church. I don't know what it is. Church. And the staircase got narrower and narrower, and it's a
Oh, yeah.
spiral staircase of, like, ricketier and ricketier the further I got up, and then as we're almost to the top, my heart is racing, I'm sweating, I'm, like, thinking that I'm gonna fall down and die. It
Yeah.
was, like, 50 something meters above ground, which I don't know how much that is in feet, but it's really tall. So, as I'm starting to go up, this man starts coming down, and there's, like, platforms every kind of 2 or 3 spirals where you can step to the side.
Yeah.
Um, but this man starts coming, and you cannot pass by people on this. It's like a one person, one way situation, and I, like, freeze, and I don't know what to do, and then the thought of having to, like he wasn't going back, and I didn't know how to turn or, like, what to do with my body. So I and these steps are so narrow, and I feel like at this point I have, like, giant troll feet. And I'm, like, trying to turn, and I'm just, like, yell up at Garrett. I was like, "Garrett, I have to go." And he's like, "No, no, no, it's only a few steps more." I was like, "I'm leaving, bye." And so he gets out and walks
No.
around the debriefing deck, and then I, like, make it down. I go down 2 platforms. Well, I go down to the first one, let the guy pass me, and then I go down to the next one. They had a bench on that one, and I just sat, and I'm, like, having a full panic attack, and I'm like, "You're not gonna die, you're not gonna die, you're okay, you're okay." So that was an experience.
Wow.
Yeah, don't recommend it. I am afraid of heights, so we should have known this was coming, but it was
But
just
you've zip-lined before.
it's that you're not, like, super high up ziplining, though, and, like, it's fast and you're just kind of like you just go. For me, it's like, if I go to the top of a skyscraper, like, in a big city, I can't
Yeah.
look over the edge, like that, I will have a full-on freak out. I don't know what it is. Ziplining, I'm
I love
fine,
it.
but going super high up, and especially if it's, like, very old, like a very old building, or, like, in these cases, like,
Yeah.
if it's old and it's really rickety spiral staircase, which I'm sure is OSHA approved in Croatia, but, we're not who knows?
I don't know.
I know these little old ladies that were selling tickets to the clock tower walk about were checking the safety of the staircase that often, but
Yeah. Have you
it
ever been
was
to the Grand Canyon?
when I was, like, not an infant, but, like, a very young child, like, I vaguely remember it.
So, heights have 0 effect on me, and they probably should because we went to the Grand Canyon and my husband is terrified of heights, which I had no idea about. Like, if you've met this man, like, you would think he has 0 fear in life at all at this point. But apparently it's heights, and I was having him take pictures of me doing pure bar moves on, like, this little tiny rock, but the backdrop was beautiful because literally there was a ledge on the other side of this rock, and I was like, "Okay, take a photo of me, like, dangling my legs now," and so I sat at the edge of this rock, and my legs are just, like, dangling, and then you just see, like, the bottom half of the Grand Canyon, you know?
Yeah.
So, I have 0 fears, but I yeah, like to give my husband a heart attack anytime we're places very high up, and I just fear factor it all.
I It's very specific heights. It's, like, super tall, skinny buildings. Like, we were climbing, this wall, like, there was steps, but, like, pretty high up in this place in Dubrovnik today. It was much higher than I think we probably climbed in that clock tower, but it was, like, a wide, made of, like, thick stone, like, properly sized steps, like,
Yeah.
it just was different. So I don't know. I'm a very specific height person. Um, but one other tragic thing about Zadar that we need to talk about is we go and sit down. I had found this restaurant that had really good reviews, and it was kind of off this little alley, like really tiny little cafe. And Garrett walks up, he's like, I don't know. And I was like, fine, you pick a place. So he picks a place in like a main square, which not to say that it can't be good, but this restaurant had 5 different international cuisines. And it's like, if you can sell pizza, tacos, burgers, like wok noodles, you can't be good at it all. It's like the Cheesecake Factory, right? Like you can't have it all in a
No.
restaurant. Pick one or
Yeah.
maybe 2.
Pick one.
So of course he goes and it's like obviously catering to the Americans.
For sure.
And the guy working there was super nice though. What does Garrett order? A Hawaiian pizza
Disgraceful.
with pineapple in Croatia. Like
Cruel
who is
criminal behavior.
this psycho? Like I'm floored. I could not believe my eyes, and of course I posted it on Instagram. What does my mom do? Responds, she also ordered Hawaiian pizza in Dubrovnik and was one of the or in a different town in Croatia, but in Croatia, and it was one of the best Hawaiian pizzas she's ever had. The food
No.
was actually good. But again, I didn't trust it because there was too many options and too many different, like, styles of food on there, so I just went with a cheese pizza. 'Cause I'm like, "You know what? You can't go wrong."
No, if I'm in countries, cities like you guys are, I'm going to be one with the culture. I'm gonna find, like, the cafes or whatever is in the town and see what the people are eating and go from there. I don't want to have what I can get at home.
Right. Well, we did that
Well,
today. So I will say oh, I've talked about Ravenna. So Ravenna was cute. There was a marathon going on in the town, so, like, a lot of the streets were closed. Like, you could still walk on them, but it was just a little chaotic trying to get
yeah.
around. But chat recommended this restaurant, and we go to walk in, and it was so pretty. The menu looked really good, and, of course, we walk in behind a group of 10 American, like, 80-year-old tourists, and
Aw.
they were super cute, but these people were not trying to serve them, and it was also a big group, and then we go
Yeah,
up, we're
that's
like, "Hi, for
large.
2." They're like, "No, no tables," and I'm like, "I see, like, 10 here, but whatever." So we ended up, again, finding just this little cafe that sold piadinas, which are, like, these Italian f flatbread sandwiches, which were so good, and got some wine and then just walked around. But today, ugh, Dubrovnik, if you have not been, world, it is incredible. So not only was Game of Thrones filmed there, so it's King's Landing. So the tour we did was taking us basically to all the, like, sites where they filmed. It's all filmed in the old town, which is, like, the primary draw there, at least at this time of year. I've heard they have beautiful beaches and there's lots of, like, water stuff to do that's really cool, but again, it was raining almost the whole day. So the old town though, it looked fake. It looked almost like something that you would see at Epcot or, like, in a Disney park. It was
Yeah.
so perfect. The buildings were stunning. Not one thing of graffiti anywhere. Like, you go to some of these old towns in Europe and, like, they're beautiful, but a lot of the buildings are decaying or there's graffiti or whatever. They have such strict laws there about they have to maintain the buildings to a certain standard. There's no graffiti, there's no, like, any crime. They're like, you don't have to worry about getting pickpocketed here, like, there's nothing like that. It was impeccable. All the streets are, like, basically, like, white limestone, so it's and then all the
Wow.
buildings are, like, white limestone. And they have green shutters. Everything every building looks the same, like, it's perfect. It's gorgeous. I just top tier. Top tier, I am going back for sure when it's not
Love
raining.
it.
It was gorgeous. I would recommend it. Our tour guide, when the tour ended, she recommended this, again, little off the main street restaurant. We went there, we both ordered a authentic Croatian dish. So I got this, like, mussel dish, that's
Mm.
made with this tomato, white wine, and garlic sauce. It was, oh, so good. And then Garrett got some sort of beef dish thing, um, but they were both on, like, the traditional dish list if we wanted to not order Hawaiian pizzas again. They didn't have that on the
Hawaiian
menu,
pizzas.
but
No. I love it. That sounds gorgeous.
yeah, so that's been our time so far. The
What's
ship's been
next?
amazing. Tomorrow we go to Kotor, Montenegro. Never been there.
Ooh.
And then we go to Corfu, Greece, and then, like, Messina, Italy, Naples, Florence, Pisa, which isn't really Florence because you have to drive, like, 2 hours into Florence. So I think that day we're gonna stay on the boat and do boat activities, like, they have a go-kart track, they have, like, a mini golf course, so we're gonna do all that stuff on the boat that day, and
Have you
then we go to
done the slide yet, or has Garrett done the slide?
no, so they have 3 water slides that come off the side of the well, 3 slides that come off the side of the boat in, like, a spiral, so you start up top and you spiral down to, like,
Yeah.
a little level. We found out that the one that we can see, it's, like, right outside of our balcony is actually it's not a water slide, you just sit on a mat. So, I might do that one because
Oh,
there's no water involved. It's too cold for water.
okay.
At least Garrett is going to be doing one of them before we leave.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we haven't, like we've been so tired, I think we're still, like, adjusting to the jet lag. By the end of the night, we're just, like we're out by, like, 9:30. We're so old.
Yeah. That's a hard time adjustment, especially if you're coming from West Coast America.
Yeah, because I think it's, like, 9 hours. So
Yeah.
but that's been my life.
So
And what
fun.
have you been
You
doing?
are I've been doing nothing. Nothing notable.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think what really I've done. We celebrated my little baby girl Opal her first birthday. That
Did you
was
get her, like, a little
Friday.
cupcake or something?
She loves pup cups, and so we got her a pup cup. We went to the dog park, and she's so funny. So she is stunning to watch just run at full speed because that's just like the full Belgium in her. And there's another dog there, which, okay, I don't know how you feel, but there are two sides of this dog park. There's one side for the large dogs, there's another side for smaller dogs. There were a group of people that kind of overtook the whole large side of the dog park for the larger dogs. And as we're walking up, the dogs are going crazy for our two dogs. And one of the owners walks up and she's like, male or female? I was like, oh, they're both. She's like, "They can't come over here. My dog's aggressive and, it won't be good." I'm like, "Then why are you here? If you know your
Right?
dog's aggressive, do not bring them to a dog park." But her and her little friends were sitting on the whole, like, benches there, and they had their dog just running around going crazy, and yeah. Luckily, there was no one on the other side of the smaller dog park, and so we just took our dogs there, and then another dog came that was friendly. And my other dog, Hans, he doesn't care about anything else other than his ball. So he's fine just us throwing his ball back and forth. He doesn't engage with anyone else. Opal, on the other hand, she is not ball, frisbee, anything driven, but she was just chasing after this dog that was chasing after his ball, but the second they would start chasing her, she would freak out and she ran back to my husband and just, like, was hiding behind him. She's like, "Save me, dad." It's
Oh,
just yeah, it's really cute, but then she would run at, like, full speed after this dog, and it was so stunning. I wish I got it on tape.
on tape, on
On
film.
tape, on film.
How if she's not Frisbee, like, interested, how is she gonna do in the dog jumping competition? Because 'Cause aren't they jumping off their Frisbees?
They're going after a ball that's at the or, like, a toy at the end of the pool. Yeah, we might have to put, like, a photo of my husband on the door,
Yeah,
and
you
she'll
should just
just
have run and
leap.
oh, sorry. You should just have your husband run and jump into the water and then have her and then release her, like, have him
Yes,
be like a floater in the pool for how far you want
for
her to
sure.
jump, and then just have her leap.
Oh, yeah. Then she'll leap into yeah. So, yeah, we gotta celebrate her birthday, and then what else did we do? We just kinda went to downtown, had some drinks, came back. Nothing notable. We're
Cute.
just chilling over here.
We're just chilling.
We're just chilling. Oh my gosh, the snow, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a time.
Mm, interesting.
What a time to be alive. And we're going to talk about what a time it is to be alive because in today's day and age, we have a glorious tool of a thing called ChatGPT. And
ChatGPT, it's
yeah,
the best. The best.
it is the best. And we'll talk about tools and ways to make it the best. But and at the same time, it is a little scary too, just AI in general.
Yeah. I think it's just using AI responsibly and consciously
Absolutely.
and, like,
Yes.
taking everything you're given with a grain of salt. I think
Mhm.
that's what like, if you're using chat or any other AI type software to fully automate whatever you're putting out, like, I think we might have mentioned this on another episode, but, yeah, like, you can tell when someone's delivering you something that was completely written by chat, and so, like, for work, my favorite thing to use it for is Excel. So, I will explain to chat exactly what I want the output of a cell to be, like, I want this outcome using this other cell times this other cell only if it meets this condition. Like, I'll put in all of these things and
Yeah.
chat will write me. Oh, shoot. Can you still hear me? Oh, it says I'm don't have stable internet. We're on a cruise ship, so who knows? This might be all you get. But it'll tell me, like, the exact formula to use, and I literally just have to drop it in, and so it makes my work so much more efficient. Or
Yeah.
I will write a memo, and I will throw it into chat. Well, at work, we have, Google Gemini, so it's the same thing, but I use that at work,
Mhm.
and I'll throw it in there, and I'll just ask for it to not only proofread it for, like, grammar and punctuation, but also to give me tips on potentially how to restructure it or like make it more um make my point become more clear. Do I need to add a conclusion? Like I'll have it basically just give me tips on how to make it a punchier memo. So it's still everything I'm putting in. Or if I don't know how to like set it up to start with, I'll be like, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. Give me like an outline. And then I'll go in and I'll fill in all of the fluff in between. So that's how I use it, and I think it really helps save so much time in my workday by using it for sure.
Oh, I agree. I use Excel and I do reports too, but not to the extent that you are. So, but it's an amazing tool, especially for that, because there are times where I've wanted to like generate a report. And so I've asked chat, like how you do, not to the extent of like this cell do that, this X, Y, and Z do this. So I for my job specifically, I do a lot of like email blasts, text blasts, or a lot of just a lot of communication type items. And so what I will use ChatGPT for is specifically for email blasts or text blasts, and it's promoting a event or it's promoting a special we have going on. But have written down different things that I tell chat to make it. So I do the desired output, so the explanation of what you want, and I define the tone, whether it's professional, motivational. I start to Katie has shared some things that other studios that she'll attend send her, and so it's punchy, it's catchy, so I'll add that into it as well, and then add any constraints and boundaries. Like there's a communication platform that we have that if we go over, I think it's 350 characters, there are going to be extra costs, or if we use emojis, there's extra costs. And so I'll create boundaries as keep it between 150 to 350 characters, no emojis, but still client centered. I'll make sure it says community driven and give context as far as what we're offering, what we're promoting, and give some examples. So if I saw an example of something that was sent to me or something Katie has sent me, I'll add that in there. Here's an example of what kind of theme I would like to make it. And then once it's given me the desired outcome, I will change the format just to kind of make it sound more like something I would have said, take away some extra wording that may not make sense as far as what I'm trying to get across. And then, yeah. that's kind of how I use it on a day-to-day basis, and if there's a spicy email too where it's the end of the day, but I don't want to go to bed not answering this email, I will just be like, "Here's what was sent to me. Here's how I'd like to respond." Because at certain points, I'm like, "How do I make this sound professional but not annoyed and client-centered?"
Yeah,
And then it will give me something, I'm like, "Okay, cool. Reformat it." I'll never copy, paste, send.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's, like, the crucial piece is, one, like you talked about, using like, giving chat guidelines to make its
Mhm.
output more reflective of what you're trying to convey or what you're trying to get out of it. The more information you give it and the more you use it, it does learn you. And so I now have to give, if I'm repeating a lot of the same stuff, like I use chat a lot to help me format and outline my Substack newsletters, to help with the outlines for these podcasts or Instagram
Right,
captions or whatever. I now have to give it less and less prompts because it knows me so well. And, you can thumbs up or thumbs down, or, the less you start asking for revisions in what it's giving you, the more streamlined your future answers are going to be.
right.
Um, there's also sometimes chat does too much though. So I do like to use chat sometimes for
Uh,
image generating or modification of images.
my
And
favorite. Oh my
we
gosh.
we had there was this so we have access to, for PureWire, like, corporate marketing graphics and templates and stuff, and there was this one that I really wanted to use, but I wanted to change, like, literally one word on it, and so I loaded the image into chat, and I literally just told it, "Change this one word to this."
Yeah.
It sent it back, whatever, I download it, I post it on our socials. What did chat do? Not only did chat change the word, chat also
A lot
changed,
going
which I did
on.
not even notice until literally it was up for a while. One of the clients, instead of being in a position at the bar, is now just strolling around the studio in the background. Like, it was just, and then
She's
another
just
client just has no
frolicking
socks on.
around.
Like,
Yeah,
took the socks off.
yeah.
Like, you did too much, babe. You did too much. You
Way
just had
too
to change
much.
that one word. I don't know if it's like a copyright thing, like if it has to change more or something. I don't know, but it was just, I was like, babe, calm
Could
down.
be. Yeah, you're doing way too much. I just needed one thing.
One thing. But
One
also,
thing.
like, we were doing an event for a bar and stroll, and it was a 30-minute bar class followed by a stroll around our lake at near one of our studios, and we had no corporate marketing graphics for bar and stroll, and it was kind of last minute. Like, we can submit requests to have them made, but, I literally just told chat, make me a bar and scroll graphic, and it was,
Mhm.
like a, I don't know, animated, like, it wasn't a real person, like, it was kind of like a sketch or something, I don't know, I thought it was cute. But, it, like, shot it out in, like, 30 seconds, and so it saved me time of having to, like, try to find a graphic designer or try to have corporate make us one, because I think it was a weekend we were trying to do, I was last minute, I was trying to make it, and so
Yeah.
it really has some really incredible abilities and tools. I also pay for the pro version, so I do get more access to, it's mostly useful for image generation. Um,
I need to pay for the pro because, um, especially towards the end of the month when I'm doing, like, newsletters, putting together events, whatever it is, I run out of, questions to ask. It's like, "It will reset at 7 p.m. today." I'm
oh,
like, "I don't have until 7 p.m. tonight."
right, we need it now.
I need it now, so I
Um,
do need to get on the pro version.
I think too, like, even just taking work aside, looking at your home life, like, if you, um, want to use it, I've used it for generating meal
Mm,
plans for my family, so I'll say, "Give me,
yes.
like, 4 nights of dinners that are kid friendly, can be made in less than 30 minutes, and include or don't include these types of foods." And it literally spits out a meal plan. It'll spit out a grocery list. You can drop that into
Mhm.
Instacart. Like, the it's really incredible, like, all the different things it can do.
Yeah,
And like I mentioned before, like, for this cruise, I said, "These are all the stops I'm going. Give me 2 to 3 walkable things, like, top things to see in each location. Also give me a lunch recommendation, like a restaurant at each location." And the cool thing about chat that it does that normal search functions don't is it mines the actual results that the search functions are giving you to give you a tailored result to you. So you don't have to go click through a million different websites to find the answer. And
Mhm.
yes, Google's AI software now in their search function will give you a preview of that, but it is really more intuitive and like learning what you're looking for and making your time like way more efficient to get to the actual like bulk of the work rather than spending your time doing all of this unnecessary research or work or trying to figure out Excel formulas or whatever it is. That just
Yeah.
makes you like, I don't know, snazzier at whatever you're working on.
Truly, it does make you a little bit snazzier, and I think yeah, I did use it recently to send you something because, last week there's a day of just, like, meetings with different which I need to send you. This reminds me about a call I had last week. But, um, specifically with our so we have a manager of the teachers. I always forget her actual title.
Manager of teaching and
Training.
training and teaching
She just
techniques.
does everything
She does everything
on
with teachers,
she does everything with the teachers. I'm like, "Yep,
visual
cool.
teachers, everything.
Yep." Which is a huge task, and so we were just spitballing ideas of how to reformat our commissions, and especially for teachers, and just because we have a changed, sales process that we did this most recently, and so her and I were just kinda spitballing ideas. I was writing everything down. And as we're like talking through it, I'm putting it into ChatGPT as well and helping it format because for the way my brain works, I'm just like writing down things that we're talking about, writing down things that we're discussing, ways to do this, ways to do that, how to promote the teachers, keep them, we're all about keeping our staff feeling valued. So, how can we keep them feeling valued? How can we keep them feeling recognized? Whether it's recognition and just how they're doing, recognition in extra commission or whatever it is. And so, as we're spitballing, I'm just putting it into chat. Help me format this into um, just like a pitch to my boss. This is what was spoken about with a call. This is our community. This is how we want to maintain our um, just employees. And so it formatted something for me. I adjusted,
I
sent
did
it.
read it, by the way.
Oh, yes. Thank you
Thank
for
you. It
reading.
was very detailed and it was very organized.
It was
Yeah.
very detailed, very organized, which is
Yeah.
right, which was not my brain at that moment in time. I think majority of the call that I had with Brianna, I was just like, "I don't know."
Yeah, well, I
Like,
think what the outcome was though, like you guys, you that like goes to the point that you took your ideas, you
mhm,
said, "This is our idea. This is what we're trying to accomplish. This is what we think. Make this in a presentable way I can give to Katie to
yeah,
like her for consideration." And it was like it was very easy to follow, easy to read. I understood how it was going, the new structure was going to work, and um, so I think it's great. Well, we'll talk about the actual implementation of it,
yeah. We'll talk later, but
but as far as like
that's
the presentation of it, it was great.
yeah,
I
that
think the
was
actual plan's
probably
probably fine too, but I didn't really, I just need, yeah. We see chat.
no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll chat later, but that's how I utilized chat most recently, was specifically for that, and I know I'm gonna utilize it again probably a lot this week because we have a newish event that we're gonna be promoting um, next month, and I really want to hype it up. I really want to find ways to include our social media manager, our teachers to be excited about it, and just get people in the door. And so, me and good old chat are gonna bounce ideas off of each other this week on how to do so.
Love it.
Yeah, but there is. a fine line too of how to utilize it appropriately. And I feel as though asking chat personal things, whether it's how I I'm trying to find a way to word this, but how to live your life
Yeah.
and if you're relying it on just like your sources of how you think or what your beliefs are on specific things, I think it could easily take a turn.
Yeah, no, I think using it for very intentional, like, task-oriented things, almost
Yes.
like a personal assistant, I think is crucial. Also, sometimes if you're on a flight to Paris, so I've been having these really bad anxiety attacks lately, and they're not related to a specific event or, like, something that happens. I'm not particularly anxious about one thing, but what happens, and it's typically when I'm sleeping, more like napping. It's never really happened in the middle of the night. But I'll, like, wake myself up thinking I'm suffocating because like, my body forgets to breathe, like, I stop breathing.
Oh, no.
And, my chest gets really tight, and it takes me a while to, like, calm down. And
Yeah.
I literally went on chat because it happened on the flight to Paris,
Oh,
and
no.
chat if I was dying. I thought it
Did
was
it say
related to
yes?
my anxiety because one of the number 1 causes is sleep apnea, but I'm never,
Mm.
like, fully asleep when it happens. I'm kind of, like, on the edge of sleep, so I and
Yeah.
most people with sleep apnea, you snore really bad and you need a CPAP and whatever. It's
Right.
not because none of those other things apply. I 100% believe it's due to anxiety because I always, like, get a tightening in my chest and I just feel like a dread about something, but I don't know what. And again, it's not, like, tied to any specific thing. I should probably see someone about this, but, it's gotten, like, increasingly worse over the last, like, I don't know, few months,
Mm.
and which is just, like, strange. I think we've talked about this, like, after I left my last job, which was, like, highly stressful, I'm at a job now where I have, like, almost no stress, and I've gotten shingles. I've now have I mean, I had anxiety before, but, like, I feel like my anxiety attacks are getting worse and, like, they're translating to, like, I can't breathe. Which I can physically breathe, like, but I have to, like, consciously think about breathing versus, like, it being automatic when it happens.
Yeah.
Um, we should talk to someone about that. But anyways, chat told me I wasn't dying and just confirmed it was anxiety, so that was good.
Good. I feel like that's similar to when you're just Googling symptoms
It's
of
like the new WebMD, you know?
it is. It truly is.
Which you should all use with a grain of salt. Chat is not a doctor and cannot
No. Chat
diagnose
is not a
anything.
doctor. It cannot diagnose you. Um, it can give you just different resources.
Yeah, it basically just gives you these are all the things it could be, and you
Yeah.
should probably speak to a doctor about which
Right.
one.
But I wouldn't rely on it of how you think, how you live your life, and what you solely believe too.
Yeah. No, 100% just use task for, like, task-related assistance. It'd be
Yes.
my recommendation.
Yes. This is a fun game. What was the last thing you asked ChatGPT?
Oh, well, I just published my Substack newsletter
Uh-huh.
before I got on here, so,
Yeah.
I had it help me write a caption promoting the job of that. That's not a fun one. The one before that was sleep breathing disturbance causes. So,
Oh no.
from the other day. So,
Oh.
what was yours?
So I'm in a little small group at church, and so this week is our week to bring food. So we have different groups. So we're a group this week that has to bring a food item. And I was late to the messages, and everyone pretty much has like the main course figured out, the side, the dessert. I'm like, well, what am I going to bring? Someone's already bringing bread, and that would usually be my go-to because I am a sourdough extraordinaire.
Queen.
But,
Queen.
someone's
Queen of
already
slinging the
bringing
bread.
bread. Yeah, someone else is bringing bread. I'm like, I don't know what to bring. So I was like, "Chat,
Chat.
help me.
Help me,
What do I
bro.
bring?"
Wait, is your
Eh,
chat a boy or a girl? or
I I
are
don't
they gendered?
know. In my eyes, it's a boy.
I feel like that too.
I don't know why.
I feel like it's got, like, a more masculine design, so I feel like it's just giving male energy
Yeah.
and always thinking
So
they know everything.
exactly. So in my eyes, I refer to chat as a he. So he gave me great options. Caprese skewers, a charcuterie or snack board,
Well, that's
spinach
good.
artichoke dip, bruschetta. I'm like,
Yeah.
why couldn't I come up with these ideas myself? But I was not. I was in the middle of going back and forth of different things this morning. So
You know
I
what you could
decided
do?
roasted veggies.
Oh, okay.
That
Well,
was an option.
easiest, dinner party appetizer ever, for
Yes.
those wondering, Trader Joe's, lentils that are already pre-cooked, they're, like, in the cold section, packaged. The bruschetta dip, again, in the tub, we've talked about this before,
Mm,
and then and then feta cheese. You mix it
yes.
all together.
Mixed bitter. Yep.
Burrs So good, so easy, no cooking involved. Take 3 things, mix
I
them, put it in a
completely
bowl.
forgot about this little
So easy.
concoction.
Yeah,
It's so
Amy makes it
easy.
all the time, it's so good.
Okay, that's where I've had it. It's stunning. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love it.
It is
Oh,
gorgeous.
speaking of gorgeous, it's so gorgeous outside. There's snow on cars. Wow.
Well, do we have anything left on the chat topic, or should we move to our reality recap? Because I do have things to talk about there.
Um, Nothing really to add other than just kind of what we spoke about of just knowing a desired output that you want to give chat, knowing the tone that you want it to set, constraints, any boundaries, give context, examples, change the formats, etc., specify format, whatever it is,
Yeah.
tailor it so it can get to know you. And like you said, it will know how you like things and format it as such.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people think, like, ChatGPT is cheating. If you use it for 100% of, like, letting your mind operate, then
Yeah.
absolutely. But if you're using it to create efficiency so that you can make more strategic decisions, you can have time to devote to other parts of your business, of your life, of whatever, it's not cheating, it's just delegating the parts of a decision making or the part of a task that can be automated so that the other parts of the task can be more personalized into you because you have more time to do it. So, it's not cheating
Yes.
if you use
It's
it
not.
correctly.
Agreed.
Well, I would love to talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because they are also on a boat this week and they were also
Yeah.
unwell with the seasickness.
Oh, poor Angie. I fortunately don't deal with motion sickness, seasickness, so I don't know that feeling, but it seems awful. Our dear friend again, Miss Kelsey, sadly
She's
deals with that.
just she's between
Poor thing.
that, her pineapple, and she can't eat fish. Like, I can't, we love her, but she's just I don't know
We
how to
love
help
her.
that. I will say I don't get seasick, but this morning was the closest I felt like to throwing up on a boat. Like, it was so rocky.
Okay, yeah.
It was really bad. But
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Angie, poor girl. But I just love Mary using it as an opportunity to just avoid everyone else and just sit in the room the whole time and
Oh,
get, like,
I
food
would
brought in.
too. There would be
Yeah.
nothing prompting me to sit at that table. If I would say, like, Angie and Mary are clearly they're best friends. So if you and I were in that situation, I'm like, there's no reason for me to be at a table with these people that I clearly am not friends with, do not like, but I'm here to get paid. So I'm just going to stay in the room with my friend and they're clearly going to keep recording. So that's
Yeah.
fine.
I loved the last dinner, though, the zombie dinner. Did you watch this week's episode?
Yes. Yes.
First of all, Bronwyn's look, top tier. The octopus on the face. Like,
Love it.
she was a sea zombie. went totally on theme. But
So on theme.
who was it? Oh, the best is, like, Bronwyn and Lisa, "We're not gonna bring up husbands anymore, we're not gonna bring up kids." 2 seconds later, Brittany, "Well, Meredith, did you hear that your husband has a mistress?" I'm just like, "You are
I cannot
so
stand
not
her.
self-aware." She's wild. Wild.
She is very performative,
My
and
favorite too is that anytime she tells one of the women something, they're so quick to throw her under the bus. It's like, none of these women are your real friends. Whitney was like, "Yeah,
no,
I heard it." "Oh, you did?" "Yeah, because Brittany just showed it to me." There's no trying to cover for Brittany. I remember one time last season,
no.
Bronwyn she had told Bronwyn something, and Bronwyn immediately, and when, like, Brittany got in a fight with Angie, was like, "Well, yeah, you said this," or, like, they're so quick. They're like, "None of these women actually like you. You're here for the comedic relief, like, let's be real."
Yeah, exactly, and it is a comedic relief,
Yeah. What
little
do you
Brittany.
think on Lisa? Do you think she's the one leaking all the stuff about Bronwyn's?
Absolutely. I think she's a player in it.
Yeah.
I believe that she's probably communicated with people that are leaking it and she's feeding it to them, or
Yeah.
she's sharing it with them and then they run off with it and leak it to the press.
I think
But
that the best part of the episode was not just the allegation that Bronwyn's husband was making out with another woman and farting the whole time while
yes.
doing so, but it was
Sorry.
Mary's confessional response to
Oh my
it.
gosh. So
Her
good.
she is so iconic. One of the
Her and
best
farts
housewives
this
ever.
season.
Her and farts, first of all, but, like, it's just her whole, like, dissecting what had happened. You have to watch if and nothing else, find the video on
Find
social
that clip. It's
of
so
just her
great.
confessional about it. It's so good. It is so good. You cannot create
Yes.
better television.
No. And just her, like, facial reactions to it too. Just like, if they were talking about my husband and cheating allegations, but the fact that he was farting? No.
I don't know what's worse.
I don't know what's worse.
Like, what's wrong with his intestines? Not
Right?
good. Like, it's so good.
So good. Amazing. I'm excited for the below deck version and getting
Yeah.
their side and their reactions to all of it because these women are out of control and just beyond rude in my eyes.
So rude. Below Deck is one of my favorite Bravo shows. I watch all of the versions of it. One of
I
my
have
life stream
not.
is to be oh, it's so good. One of my live streams is to be a guest on Below Deck, so if you're listening, hello, I'd like to go. Um,
Keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing. Get us
but
on
these
one of
guests
those yachts.
get, like, roasted, and so then I'm, like, also on the flip side, it's like, how is your edit gonna play out? Because some of these guests come across so terribly, and then they have to go home and, like, live normal lives. I mean, none of
Yeah,
them really have most of them are, like, influencers now that go on the show and stuff, but, like, it's or, like, they're into crypto or whatever, like, a lot of them don't have, like, real jobs, but those are yes, they make money, but it's
we would have the most amazing edit. We would be a great time.
all I would need to do would be to bring Garrett because he would get all the ridiculous
Yeah.
edits because he's would be so wild. If I got him and Daddy Solvang and Jason on a boat together, like,
Yes.
pure chaos, and we would just be sitting there in the background getting wine drunk and laughing at them, and that would be our edit.
So good.
So good. They would be prime television.
Love
We'd
that.
have to get them the, swim trunks that dissolve in water, though, for one of
Oh,
these.
yes. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
I
Just
wanted
for
to get
their
them
reaction.
the Virgin Cruise when we all
Yeah.
went. I was afraid if they wore them in the actual pool of the cruise, which I don't know that we ever actually went in the pool on the cruise.
No, it was
It was
questionable.
weird. It was very shallow and it was very small.
Very small, and then I think everyone's spray tans came off in the pool, so
Yeah, we never went in that, but I was afraid if
No.
they went in that we would get, like, kicked off the boat because they would be naked, and I'm like, "I don't know." If it was on in the ocean, that'd be a different thing.
Yeah.
One day we'll get them.
One day. It'll be great.
It'll be great.
What else is on TV? Dancing with the Stars.
Well, one thing I wanted to hit, it's not really reality television, but have you heard of Kim Kardashian's new show? All It
I'm So I recently got Hulu Plus because YouTube TV
Oh, right, you
despicable
can't watch Dancing
behavior.
with the Stars. Yeah,
Yeah,
criminal.
so immediately goodbye. And we're on Hulu Live Plus, whatever it's called, and that's been one of the top recommendations. So I'm intrigued. We'll see how this week goes, and I might watch it.
So I'm have to watch it when I get back. So just a little context of the show. It stars
Yes.
Kim Kardashian, well,
It's not an actress.
not an
Terrible.
actress, but it has all these A-list actresses like Glenn Close, Naomi Watts, Sarah
Yeah,
Paulson, Niecy Nash, all-star cast. It got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is, like,
for sure.
really hard to do. So, but Kim, being the smart businesswoman she is, like her or not, she is a good businesswoman. She
Yes,
leaned
she
into the
is.
negative reviews and has been posting them on her social media. And all it's been doing is because it's so terrible of a show, it's been causing people to watch it. So she posted the other day, let me just find it really quickly. Okay, so she posted like a series of photos. Her caption was, "Have you tuned in to the most critically acclaimed show of the year? All's fair streaming now on Hulu and Disney Plus." And then she starts posting some of like the tweets about it or the critical reviews of it. One of the tweets was, "Some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life, alongside the most predictable storylines and the most ridiculous styling. I'm obsessed. I need 14 seasons." And then she responded to one that, like, was calling her performance stiff and affectless and whatever, and she responds back, "All's fair, scream queens, but for wine moms and millennial gays, you just don't get it." It's like, it's very campy to my understanding, which is, like, similar to a lot of Ryan Murphy's stuff. Uh,
Mhm.
Ryan Murphy is the high priest of tacky, tasteless television. Try saying that 3 times fast. And this year he has outdone himself. Last one I'm gonna read because it's so good. This was our dramatic email reading. We realized we skipped past it. We weren't sure how long the internet was gonna last. We were trying to keep this episode short.
We're here.
All's All's Fair on Hulu dares to ask the question, "Does a show need to be good?" And the answer is no. It doesn't. We have legendary actresses here giving the worst performances of their careers. It takes a special kind of talent to pull that kind of inability out of them, amazeballs.
I agree.
And then another wait, I'm not done, sorry, I said I was, but I'm not. Critics realizing their reviews of All's Fair ended up making people watch and love the show. And then literally, All's Fair is currently the most watched title on Disney Plus in the world, ranking first in 28 countries, including the United States. It's also in the top
Wow.
total of 36 territories around the globe. So, you know what? Kudos to them. I can't wait to watch it.
Kudos to them, and as you were talking, I had to use as on theme for today's episode, I'd asked Chat, what are the lowest rated films on the critic score thermometer for on Rotten Tomatoes? And so 0% ratings. I think these are just worst films. One Missed Call. It came out in 2008. I don't know if I've
I
heard of
think
that
I
one.
recall that. It was like kind of like a scary movie where they missed a call and something. Yeah.
No. A Thousand Words. Don't know
Never
that
heard.
one. Gotti? Goody?
Oh, it was that it's the John Travolta movie
2000.
about John Gotti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Return to the Blue Lagoon in 1991. 0%. Other very low ratings, which I do not agree at all.
Okay,
Do
let's
not.
hear it.
The Master of Disguise. 1%. Am I
I don't
not
know that.
brilliant enough for the turtle clip? Turtle. You've never seen that. The
No.
turtle. Oh my gosh. This was huge in the early 2000s. Like top tier performance. I do not understand. Do not understand. Any millennial will hopefully be on the right side of society with me in thinking this was the best movie ever, really.
This needs to be our next Instagram poll. Have you heard of this movie or seen this movie, or are you normal?
All normal people have seen this movie or heard of it.
Who's in it?
Ask
Google it.
okay, um, the cast is Dana Carvey as Pistachio Disguise.
Are you on crack?
It's such a great movie. You have to ask Garrett right now, has he seen The Master of Disguise?
Garrett, have you seen The Master of Disguise? An Italian waiter fights off a criminal mastermind with his inherited powers of disguise. It came out in 2002. He said no. And he has seen
Wow,
every
okay.
movie. He has seen every dumb movie possible. He is the king of dumb movies.
It's a true cinematic experience. Have you ever seen The Room?
Like the one that Brie Larson won an Oscar for?
No, no.
But that's
It's,
just room.
yeah, that's just Room. There's a terrible, but one of the greatest movies of all time called The Room, and they redid it recently in the last, like, few years with, one of the Franco brothers was in it. It's called The
Oh.
Disaster Artist, but The Room, it's a very niche movie, and if you've ever seen it, hello, yes, we're cool people, we know The Room.
You had an interesting
My
childhood. You also weren't allowed to read Harry Potter, so
I
this is why.
majority of the
You
things
watched these
I
movies.
yes, the majority of the things I've seen as an adult is because my husband has brought me up to date with movies and such, and
I was gonna
his
say, I just Googled this movie and it's rated R. There's no way you watched this in 2003.
no, I watched it was one of the first movies I think I watched with my husband when we were dating. It's a terrible movie, it's awful, it's the worst acting, but it's so terrible, it's funny. And there's one line that we say to each other all the time. It's like, "I didn't do it. I did not. I did not hit her." "Oh, hi, Mark." It's a very niche line.
Glad that you guys have this together.
Yes, it's great. Recently, Danielle Fisher she was Topanga, but she was on Dancing with the Stars. She posted that as like a reel on Instagram, and only a selective few of people in this world would know where that was from. It
Mhm.
was great. It was
'Kay.
amazing. But a movie that I was shown that changed my life forever that I did not watch as a young child, nor would I have the need to. Um, what is it called? Oh my gosh. The Green Mile. I'm forever changed after watching that. And nobody prepared me. The friends that introduced me to this movie did not prepare me.
That's the prison one?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
these people on death row
Yeah.
and they would get is it the chair or
Yeah.
electrocuted
Yeah.
because they were accused they're terrible people that are on the Green Mile, but a specific inmate, it just
Yeah.
it broke me into pieces. I'm still not well, and it's been a few years since I watched it. And it's the longest movie in history where I didn't finish it with these friends that I was watching it with, and so I went home the next day to finish it, and they did not prepare me for how the course of my life would change.
That's me with Wicked. I still have not finished the movie. I've watched the beginning, I've watched the end, but I always fall asleep in the middle.
Things happen in the middle that are notable. Biggest thing is the end.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, the middle part, you get to know the friendship and the love that Alphaba and Glinda have for each other.
Well, apparently it wasn't that good of a friendship because Glinda threw her ass to the wolves as soon as she could, so
Well, Glinda she's a very selfish
yeah.
person, but she still has love for her friend. They just had different paths,
Okay.
different journeys
Different journeys.
of how they wanted to live life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other good, movies we need to cover? Are we good to wrap this baby
Um,
up?
I think we're good to wrap up. There's nothing else really. I mean, I watched the rest of Selling Sunset.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. How do you feel? Okay, so did you hear that allegedly there was a scene at the end where Jason and Mary fire Chelsea and she accuses them of being racist. And so Jason insisted to Netflix. This is all the rumors. Jason told Netflix, because he's an executive producer on the show, that if they
Yeah.
didn't cut that scene, that he was going to pull both Selling the OC and Selling Sunset off. And so they cut the scene. And so it's never addressed. But people went digging, and you can
Yeah.
look up like real estate uh, agents, like their licenses online, and it
Yeah.
says that she doesn't have a current brokerage. Her last known brokerage was the Oppenheim Group. Um, and
Whoa.
now her and Chriselle are doing interviews about it, basically that like Jason's just gonna do whatever he can to cover up for Mary, and
Yeah.
that
Makes
like because
sense.
for a whole she are getting like Mary's getting so much negative press right now and fan reaction
Mhm.
to how she handled the whole Chelsea situation, which was a total complete overreaction. And then she just did a
Yeah.
podcast interview with like the reality. Did you see that?
No.
So basically in the she totally backtracked and was like, "No, I was never mad at Chelsea. I was mad at production for setting it up. Like Chelsea would have had no way of knowing when I was filming." I'm like, "Girl, we all watched the same show as you. You blatantly called her out and said that it
Yeah.
was not genuine. It was all like you're just it would have been better if she was just like, "You know what? I didn't overreact. I was wrong. I'm sorry. If it was a setup, I
100%.
understand it was production. It was not Chelsea because she would have no way of knowing I was filming to receive." And at the end of the day, it was about receiving flowers. Like, just receive the flowers and move on.
Take the flowers and go.
Take the
Yeah,
flowers.
I will say the reaction was insane.
Diabolical.
And then also the reaction to seeing her name on one of the place settings
Mhm.
at, Bree's Galentine's party was insane. What did make me sad, though, during the reunion was watching Chriselle and Emma. There's more to what they clearly showed on the reunion,
Yeah.
but I feel like Emma has absolutely been manipulated in this relationship and seems like she can't get out, but I don't know. That's really hard.
I totally get that. I think she probably is, but I don't think it's reasonable for people to expect Chriselle to stay around. Like, it's been
No.
a year and a half of this when, like, she is a queer person, and, like,
Yeah.
clearly this guy is not down with people that are queer, and, like, I just I can understand Chriselle, like, being like, "I can't be a part of whatever this is anymore because he, like, directly attacks people like me." So,
Right.
I get her side. I feel bad for Emma because I feel like she's very much stuck in this toxic place, and but also, like, I'm like, "You can find another billionaire, you know?"
Yeah. There you can
That's
find
a good
another
cop
one.
out there. Go find another one.
There's yeah.
There's
At
gotta be
this
a next
point
billionaire.
in life, you can find a billionaire somewhere else.
She's super
He's not the
hot.
only one.
She's successful. She can find another
Yes.
billion, you know?
Yes. And I think if Emma were to completely leave this man, like for good, Chriselle would be happy to accept her back as a
Yeah.
friend. But I feel like you said, it's been a year and a half, and to watch a friend kind of go through something like that and try to help her and be there for her, and then for things to be said in the way they did against her being queer, and yeah,
Yeah.
lines have been drawn.
Lines have been drawn. It's a sad, sad day.
Sad day, but, you know, it was a great season.
It was good. I'm interested to see what they do going forward because there's so many fan petitions now going around because Chrishell has, like, officially quit the show,
Yeah.
that if, like, Chrishell and Chelsea aren't back, then they might as well cancel it, yada, 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 so we'll see. We'll see what
We'll
happens.
see where it goes from here.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Well, with that, I sincerely hope the video uploads. It
It will.
still is it's scrolling on my end, so we'll see, and I hope that the quality is okay,
Well, I
and
see you very clearly. I've been able to hear you very crystal clear, so it'll do well. One more thing I like to add about ChatGPT is
yes, take us home.
I like to treat it as I would want to be treated as a robot with a hello, thank you, you're awesome, have a great day. And
I
that's how
think
I
that's
speak
very
to chat.
kind. Did you
I
hear how much
always say,
energy it spends, though, when people reply "Thank you"?
really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
always
like,
reply, thank you, you're the greatest.
"Oh my god, you're so sweet." I love that. No, the creators, like, came out and said, like, how much electricity gets spent just on responding to people's
Shoot.
thank yous.
Okay,
Because
well,
something
I'll add it to just like my ending thoughts of like
of your
formatting.
task. Yes.
Yeah. So
There
I'll
you
just
go.
make sure it's all in one. So sorry, chat, to be wasting energy that way. That's not what we're about over here.
Niceties is also something I feel like I'm wasting energy on, so I don't do it with humans either, so I get it, you know?
It's amazing. I'm just fearful that AI will take over and they will come after the ones that did not say hello, thank you.
It's a very real possibility, so you might just wanna keep doing it, you know?
Yep. I'm gonna keep doing it just all in one breath in
There you go. One
my
sentence.
yeah, in my chat box. But yes, I always say, "Hello, hope you're doing well." Go into
Hope you're having
what
a good
I'd like
day.
it to do. Then I say and then I just hit send, and then they reply back, and I say, "Wow, thank you so much."
You're so outlandish, I love you.
Yeah, my husband saw me do that one time. He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Hey, chat will remember.
When the robots take over.
When the robots take over, they will remember. That Ava girl, she's a good
She's a
one.
real one.
She's a real one. She's a polite one."
Right one. They're gonna choose you as their leader.
I mean, I have the name for it.
You do.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Good thumbs up will do. Thank you to the 2 men, I think one of them is your friend, who have thumbsed up our thumbs up video on Instagram. We know that means F you, but we still
Yeah,
appreciate
F you, Ryan.
it. F you, Ryan, and the other man who liked it or who thumbs up in a comment. So thank you for the engagement. Keep it up. If you do see our videos on Instagram, please like them. Just a little heart, little tap, doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, we'll see you maybe next week if we have good internet. I don't know where we're gonna be at. Hi, birthday girl. Oh, I miss my pepper dog. We got no pepper sightings today, but we
Yes,
got
I
oh,
kiss my dog on the lips. Come at me.
come at me, bro. That's our next unpopular opinion. Kiss your dog on the lips. All right, toodles.
Bye.
Bye.